recommendation for beginners. So I get a lot of DMs and questions about what watercolor materials you can use when you're just starting out. So I finally got around to sit down here and recommend the items for you. So all the items that I'm recommending, they're not sponsored, they're not given to me, and I want this to be very easy for you to follow. So I'm going to link all the descriptions in the description box below. I even researched some of the prices, but they may have already changed, or maybe I'm not familiar with the prices when you buy them internationally. Just a small disclaimer: when you're a beginner, when you're doing something for the first time, like a hobby or so, I would advise you not to spend too much on the materials. So just get the one that you need, the one that's worth the money, and then try it out before you invest on more expensive material. So with that said, let's get started with watercolor paints. So I'm going to give you two options for the watercolor paints. And the first one, of course, you already know this, the ever reliable Prang. So if you watch my Prang versus an expensive watercolor video, then you know that I love this one. You can buy this in National Bookstore at around the 8-pan set is around 300 to 350 pesos, while the 16 color is around 500 to 600 pesos. So that's the last time I checked. This comes with a brush, so you can just buy this and then you can get started with painting. Okay. I'm going to recommend for the second one is the Winsor & Newton Cotman. So the Winsor & Newton Cotman, Cotman is the student line of Winsor & Newton. So if you know Winsor & Newton, they're made from the UK. They're a very old brand and also one of the highly recognizable brand for watercolors. But these are the student line. You can also get this in a pan set. So they have a travel set that has 12 colors. So they have one for sketching, they have one for travel. They also have 36 colors if you're into more variety. The 12 color, the compact set, is around, I think, 1,000 or maybe 1,500. Next up, let's move on to the brushes. So when I started watercolor, I just got random 50 pesos brush in National Bookstore, and they actually worked well. They were, I think, made in China. They were in the long handle, red colored. And afterwards, I tried other kinds of brushes, and I found that there are brushes that I will keep recommending to people, and one of those is the Tokyo Fine Zen brushes. A set of 5 brush, so there are different sizes of round brush. So I believe these are very affordable. They're around 100 pesos, 120. I like this because I mainly use only round brushes. Actually, these brushes can also be used for acrylic paints, so they're very versatile. And then my second choice for beginner's brush will be, these are the Van Gogh Selected Filament Royal Balance brush. So this is also a set. Bought this on a whim. I think they're around 1,000 pesos. They come in 3. The first brush size is 12. And then we have an 8 and then the 4. Pretty much these are the brush sizes that you will need. So the brushes are very soft, but they're not as soft as the real natural hair brush that I have. For 1,000 pesos, you get 3 really good brushes, and they're going to last you for a long time. And finally, to complete everything so that you can get started, we are going to talk about paper. So paper is very important, more important probably than buying a very expensive paint or a very expensive brush. So for papers, what you have to always observe when you're buying is the GSM. So the GSM basically means how thick your paper is. And the thickness of the paper is very important because it's going to affect how you paint, how many layers you can do, how it absorbs the water. So one of the things that I'm going to recommend is Canson. Canson is a very well-known brand for watercolor paper. So this one is a 200 GSM, so not very thick. But you can use this for practice, for doodles, if you just want to practice your brush strokes. So this is a Canson 200 GSM. It comes in 10 sheets. You can buy it. It's like a bond paper. You can get this in National Bookstore. Even in Fullybooked, they're around 65 pesos. So this one. But if you're going to look to do proper work, I would recommend going higher than 200 GSM. So 300 is the best, I think, and most common being used. So this is another Canson, but this is the upgraded version, the Mobile. So you will find this also in National Bookstore. This is 300 GSM now, so you can do a lot more work here compared to the 200 GSM. So this is size A3. They also come in a smaller size, but they're usually out of stock. So they get out of stock pretty quickly. So a lot of people use this. They also use this a lot for workshops. The price point for the Canson Mobile, this A3 size is around, I think, 600 or 700 pesos, while the lower, the A4 size will be around, I think, 400 to 500. And I usually do, so that I can save, I usually cut up the Mobile into smaller pieces and then use those for individual artworks. If you don't want to use Canson, you want another brand, this is the second paper that I'm going to recommend. This is Bucking Ford. This comes with 12 sheets, also cold press. So 16 by 12, and it is also 300 GSM. So this is also an affordable kind of paper, around the same price point as the Mobile. This one you can find online in Artway. It also comes in many sizes, so you don't have to buy the really big one. They have 9 by 12, they also have 10 by 7, I think. Actually, if you can see my painting at the back, that one is made with Bucking Ford. That big one, whoops, look at that. And that's it. Those are my recommendations for watercolor art materials for beginners. So I hope you find this video useful.